Well, hello and welcome back to another E2ITK video. There was a major update sneak preview released today. We're super pumped and we're going to talk about it. A new video has surfaced from the team and hopefully it will squash some circulating rumors, such as the one there's no new team and E2 is facing financial problems, they can't afford to pay developers. Obviously, work is still getting done here. It really is an exciting day. This is Earth2 in the know, and let's get into it. Before we get started, a couple of things. We do apologize if you hear thunder in the background. We live in Southwest Florida, and there is storm season going on right now. Also, there will be a contest featured in this video, so make sure you look for it somewhere in the video. We also want to thank all of our return viewers, as well as welcome anyone who may be new to the channel. We're so glad that you're here. So, obviously there's a ton of excitement today as we've got a surprise video about an ongoing update. They are working on a subject that we are very passionate about in Earth 1, and that is animal life. Taking a look at the most recent video update from the team, we were given the newest sneak peek at what the new dev team has been working on. Let's go ahead and take a look at what the article says about this update. So, per the article, Earth2 is excited to introduce the first look at wildlife to E2v1, inching the virtual world one step closer to our long-term goal of a fully immersive experience. Our new team members have been hard at work behind the scenes, not just on wildlife, but across several key areas of E2v1, ensuring that Earth2 continues to develop and evolve. As many know, E2v1 is a seamless 510,072,000 kilometer squared map, a 3D 1-to-1 scale geologically accurate representation of Earth. Creating a world of this magnitude presents unique challenges. You simply cannot pre-bake a world of this size. Our new team has been developing a dynamic nav mesh system, specifically for NPCs and other objects. Now, I'm not really sure what nav mesh is. I'll have to look into that and get back to you guys on the next video on what exactly that entails. However, system specifics for NPCs and other objects sounds pretty cool, and I cannot wait to see what develops. Back to the article. This system is essential for bringing Earth2 to life, allowing NPCs such as animals and other entities to use AI to navigate and interact with the environment around them inside this 510 million kilometer squared map. They continue to go on to say that recently we've noticed a number of comments pointing out the lack of wildlife within E2v1. Coincidentally, our new team had already been focusing on a variety of initial animals to not only start the journey of wildlife inside Earth2, but to help test various features being developed in parallel. These animals were sculpted, baked, and textured by our talented team before being brought to life to help test our new open-world dynamic nav mesh system being developed by the team, which is, of course, still a work in progress. In terms of the appearance of these animals, Earth2 has aimed for a slightly stylized look that remains semi-realistic while balancing an optimized poly count. This balance allows us to maintain a visually appealing and immersive environment while ensuring performance efficiency. And if I can just touch on that for just a second, coming from a Second Life background, I'm very aware of how the more prims or the more mesh, the more detailed that the avatar is, the more lag it adds to the simulation. I'm super glad they're being proactive about this, because if they want to establish such a huge concurrent user limit, they're going to need to address these problems before they become an issue. They continue with, but this is just the beginning. We are committed to expanding the variety of animals in Earth2, and future updates will introduce even more species. Additionally, we're exploring the possibility of allowing players to control animals, effectively stepping into the role of these creatures and participating in the food chain or other experiences. That's pretty interesting. I could see myself going around as a bear and just taking fish out of the stream, not having to go work the Monday through Friday 9 to 5. Heck yeah, sign me up. I love nature. Let's go. We're excited that this feature could open up entirely new gameplay dynamics, where players could experience life as an animal within Earth 2, and for animals to be used as part of minigames and player-owned property experiences. I'm super glad about that because one of my developments is going to be a swim with the dolphins type beach resort. So hopefully we can make that a reality. Our new team isn't just focused on wildlife and the nav mesh system. They are also actively developing Earth2 Hordes, our first upcoming minigame, enhancing multiplayer functionality, working on our initial avatar customization tool, and preparing for the E2v1 pre-alpha, and more. The introduction of wildlife is just one part of a broader long-term commitment to create a rich, dynamic world within Earth 2. They follow that up with, there is a lot going on. Looking ahead, we're excited to share more in Wildlife in Earth 2 Volume 2, where we'll demonstrate the early AI we're adding to the wildlife. This will include behaviors like recognizing their place in the food chain, deciding whether to fight or flee, foraging, and engaging in combat with both other animals and avatars. Stay tuned as we continue to bring the world of Earth 2 to life one step at a time. So that is some super exciting news that we're glad to share with you here at Earth 2 in the Know, fresh from the team today. We also wanted to talk a little bit about what it takes for a token/coin to be listed on an exchange, since there's a lot of discussion in the socials about it, but many users were unsure on exactly how the process works. So there are a few different ways that you can go about being listed on an exchange. We really want to focus on how to get on the major ones where volume will be impacted by exposure, but we'll cover all of the options. Obviously, we want the token to be realized and traded on multiple exchanges, and several users are in a super big hurry to get there. According to an article we will be sourcing for this information at gravityteam.co, they explain the benefit as, for those who are already listed on at least one exchange, every additional exchange grants an entry into a new market full of traders and investors who could join your community and increase your crypto's market cap and popularity. First and foremost, the team would need to even consider which exchanges it would want to have Essence listed on. So there's a lot out there. We're going to talk about it. As per the site, it says that at the time of writing this, there were 528 in total and 242 ranked cryptocurrency exchanges, over 8.9 thousand ranked, and a total of 21.9 thousand cryptocurrencies, according to CoinMarketCap. Already, we are starting off with a huge casting net of options, but with this comes the risk from choosing the wrong one. As a matter of fact, we just had a discussion about this very topic with a Discord user who I actually disagreed with about the risk of listing on some exchanges. The user said that they had hoped Essence wasn't listed on any of the lesser known exchanges. I believe they said shady exchanges was their exact words. To which we replied from a trading view, hey, any volume is good volume as long as it's going up. They, in fact, were 100% right that, in fact, there are some exchanges we don't want to associate with for risk of value manipulation, lack of proper liquidity, etc., etc. When it comes to the team doing its due diligence, they will need to ask questions like, what is this exchange's reputation? Do they have proper reserves? Is it possible to trade fiat to crypto on the exchange? And how quick and the cost of the listing? There's also a few other things that have to be considered. They cannot simply just pay the fee and hope for the best. Being that we have not stored tokens or coins on any exchanges with the exception of some Ethereum that we have staked, we've not really had to deal with fraud and dishonest activity from smaller exchanges. However, from what we understand, it is inclined to happen. The team would need to examine the volume, online reputation, and the website traffic. I guess they could use CoinMarketCap's exchange score as a guide for every possible exchange that they might want to use. Those are just the ones that you can pay to get listed on. The ones that we really want are the ones that are solid players in the game, such as Coinbase, Binance, and the others where you can get listed free of fees because they know they will in turn make money on the trading fees. Just a fun fact, if you apply to have your project listed on Binance, there is a 98% chance that you will not hear back from them at all. Now, for the team to get the project listed on an exchange like that, we're going to have to go over some of the processes, and it will help to describe the entire experience. First things first, the team would need to complete an application and answer several key questions, such as, we're going to go over them now. They would of course ask for the project's details. They would want to know the name, the coin ticker, the website, the token address, the number of holders, and basically a one-sentence pitch on why they should pick up your asset. They're also going to want to know things like the purpose, the pain points, the target industry and target users, the project's histories, its long-term vision, its detailed quarterly roadmap for the next few quarters, also its top competitors. They're also going to want things like the white paper, including the ICO, the management team, plus their background, and the project scope. They are going to want to know the nature of the project, the currency it uses, the dApp, its platform, its protocol, whether it's tied to a stablecoin, is it DeFi, does it come with NFTs, or other such necessary details. Also, things such as the status of the project, whether there's an MVP, a testnet, or a mainnet, and the planned launch on which mainnet. There are also a lot of other questions on the application, but to cover them all would be complete overkill. Also, some of the ones that we mentioned may not be completely relevant to Essence at all. So even after all of that and you get the application filed, it can actually take up to 2 or 3 months to wait for it to be reviewed. However, with top tier exchanges, it can be much longer, and that's if you even get a response at all. So imagine if you had to build an entire digital world, the metaverse that goes with it, and deal with all of this token nonsense at the same time. Things are definitely going to take some time. We all want to be a trending coin on Coinbase, Binance, and Kraken. But great things, they take time to build. We think that constantly seeing the team put out proof of progress is an amazing step in a final product that we can all be proud we stood the test of time with and stayed loyal to. It can be tough, with so many people trying to actively sabotage the community, as well as the project itself, to keep a positive outlook on things. And this is 100% perfectly human. That said, we just have to keep building our dreams into reality. We will get there. Even if it's not with Earth 2, you will get there with something in your life that completes you and makes you feel whole. I'm really hoping that it's Earth 2 and it's all the things that we can build together. But if it's something else for you, you will find it, I promise. We're not going to go much off into the scam tuber arena with this video. We just want to make one solitary point. Their audiences are always commenting things like stupid people wasting money. However, we're constantly in the socials. While we may often disagree on things about satisfaction levels with certain aspects of the project, this group of people are some of the smartest people filled with vision that we've ever had the pleasure to be part of. They are creative, intuitive, and from various backgrounds of industry, many with previous success in the business world. And with that, we're going to take a look at Shane's most recent X post. Per Shane, he says, I am 100% committed to building Earth 2 no matter what goes on outside. I am focused on building one step at a time, one foot in front of the other, irrespective of what anybody claims. I am focusing on the goal. Yes, today it's wildlife, but then it's combat, then it's mini games, then it's experiences, then suddenly it's broadcasters, resources, building, trading, retail, portals, and a whole list of other facets that have always been part of the long-term goals I have for Earth 2. Then, suddenly land, utility, utility, it really all starts to take shape. I make decisions that will help Earth 2 be built and to succeed to the best of its ability because that is my responsibility and that is my personal long-term goal. We don't get there overnight. We get there one step at a time. And that's what I'm focused on. Today it's wildlife. But then it and many other parts will piece together over time and form what is our long-term goal to build Earth 2. End quote. So big thanks to Shane and the team for all of their hard work. We really appreciate the steady building. Props to you guys. Alright, you made it to the end, so let's go ahead and talk about that contest. Obviously, we have no skin codes that are going to be available at the moment, since it's been almost 30 days since the last release, and all codes are expired, or soon to be in the next day or two. I think it's tomorrow they all expire. So that literally means instead of like 80 code expired notices, I'll get like 140 now. Good times. Anyways, I'm totally getting off track. This week we're going to give away a random 100 tile plot of T3 land. Unless they release skin, and then we will let the winner choose. All you have to do to enter is be a subscriber, like and comment on the video, and maybe just tell us which animal is your favorite that's been released so far. However, we are going to go ahead and say goodbye for now, but as you all know, never for very long. And if you do click that subscribe button, I'm super glad to have you. Thanks so much. As always, we cannot wait to see you in the Earth 2 metaverse. Hopefully not being attacked by bears. Until next time.